Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Wild Arms 2. Since last time, I've done a couple of things with Maribel that I just want to talk about real quick. First things first, I went and I got her personal skills, up HP, restore HP, up parameter, and up magical attack. That's really the main things that I want to focus with on her. When if we get more levels, I'll deal with her, more appropriately, but for right now, just the basics. But more importantly than that, she has this skill called Skill Drain, and with it you gain red powers from various enemies. So since last time, I have gone around the entire world and gotten pretty much every single red power that you possibly can get. It takes quite a long time. It took me about 4 hours to get all of these red powers. And I actually went through and I recorded it. So what I'm going to do is just show you the highlights of me gathering those red powers, show you which enemies I got these red powers from, tell you what the red power does, and, tell you how to get the encounter with the enemy. So yeah, there's a lot of red powers to get here. She's essentially a blue mage, and the red power thing with Maribel, it's pretty much the worst implementation of a blue mage I have ever seen in my life as far as JRPGs go. Because you get her so late in the game, and then you literally have to go back to, like, the first enemies in the game, like these balloons back at Maria, and fight them to get some of these red powers. It's kind of crazy. But there's a lot of things here, and it makes Maribel very versatile. She becomes a very, very versatile mage. Probably even more versatile than Tim and Lilka, because she has some unique things like Status Lock, which will come in very handy for some upcoming boss fights. Sleep will be incredibly handy as well. She has some like normal stuff, like, elemental attacks, non-elemental attacks, things like that. Power Seal can be pretty useful. It's basically like a mute. Gela Crazy fires up the last 4 digits of Gela at all your enemies, so yeah, that could be pretty good if you have, 9,999 as your last 4 digits. Escape Down, which basically makes the evasion of a group of enemies down to 0. So yeah, some really nice stuff, but it's really just a pain in the ass to get all this crap. 4 hours for all this, so yeah. Hopefully it was worth it. Anyway, let's head on into all the stuff that I had to do. First things first, right outside the town of Maria, you can encounter a balloon, and from them you can drain the Wild Card skill, which casts a random red skill. Then over in the Wind Tiger's Den, you can encounter a gargoyle, and you can learn Twister from them, which deals wind damage to all enemies. Over in the Thunder Lion Cage, you can encounter the Thunder Drake, where you can steal the Thunderbolt ability, which deals lightning damage to all enemies. Over on the really small island near Raypoint Wing, there's a very rare enemy called the Miramkolith. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Anyway, from there you can get the Terra Break ability, which deals earth damage to all enemies. Then, if you go to Selji and you sail in a straight line due south of the island south of Selji, you will encounter in your hovercraft the Skid Lancer. From them, you can grab the Status Lock ability, which makes it so that, you can't get status ailments inflicted upon yourself, which is very nice. Outside Silverland, you can encounter the Man Trap, where you can learn the Sleep spell from them. Outside the desert in Courtly, you can encounter the Twin Tail and learn Shadow Bolt, which deals dark elemental damage to all enemies. At a plateau near Holst, you'll need Lombardia to get there. You can encounter the Earth Figure, and from him you can learn the Power Sealed ability, which inflicts the Silent status on one enemy. Outside the Pirates' Warren, and we haven't been there yet, but I'll show you how to get there later whenever we do go. We can get there, to get this ability. Anyway, you can encounter the Nebus, and you can learn the Megaton ability from them, which is an all-damaging non-elemental attack. In the waters near the island outpost, you can rarely encounter a Vepar, and from him you can learn the Maelstrom ability, which is a water elemental attack against all enemies. Over in Kana's Diablo Pillar, you can encounter the Furfur, where you can learn Inspire, which deals lightning damage to one enemy. Inside the Inner Sea, you can encounter the Cuttlefish, where you can learn the Geyser ability, which deals water damage to one enemy. Then over near that big bridge, I showed you how to get there earlier when I was kind of grinding for lucky cards, you can encounter the Melcoms, and you can learn the Gela Crazy ability from them. And basically, I went over this earlier, it takes the last 4 digits of the Gela that you have, and it deals that to the enemies as damage. It's kind of nice. Outside the Selja region, you can encounter the Flurity, and learn the Frigid spell, which deals ice elemental damage to one enemy. Outside T-Bok village, you can encounter the Urchin Bug, where you can learn the Firebolt spell, which deals fire elemental damage to one enemy. On the southwesternmost island on the entire world map, you can encounter the Potato Head, and you can learn Escape Down, which lowers the evasion of all enemies down to 0. Very, very handy. Over in the Coffin of 100 Eyes, you have to go pretty deep into this coffin, inside those very wide rooms. It's actually past the midpoint, past the save point. You can learn the Erg Phaser ability, which deals dark elemental damage to all enemies. Then over, let's see, where am I at? In the plains south of the Crimson Castle, you actually have to warp over to Crimson Castle and then fly over a mountain range into some other plains. You can encounter the Amon, where you can learn the Canceller ability, which deals damage to all enemies and has a chance of canceling an enemy's turn. If you go east of the Promised Catacombs, which you haven't been to yet, but we'll be there soon enough, there's a U-shaped island, and you can encounter the Dumpty as well as the Humpty, but from the Dumpty you can learn the Armageddon spell, and from the Humpty you can learn the Anti-Magic spell, which basically dispels all magic, like all stat downs or, all that kind of stuff against you. And the Armageddon deals darkness elemental damage to all enemies. And finally, back in that desert area south of Crimson Castle, you can encounter the Bockles, and you can learn the Aport spell from them, which basically deals physical non-elemental damage to one enemy. It's pretty crappy, but with that, we have learned all the red powers that we can get for right now, so back to our regularly scheduled program. I figured I'd go ahead and meet you over here in Guild Galad, because there's a couple things that, well, actually there's one thing that we can do here, but now that we have Marivel in a party, there's a couple of things that we can actually get done, and we're just going to be tying up some loose ends for the rest of this episode right here. So anyway, you want to come into here, and let's see, talk to Noel, this guy right here. Oh, well, no problem, do what I can. Oh, really? Huh, you don't say. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is true. You kind of guys are the reason why the nuclear dragon came in the first place. But thanks for apologizing. So, if you put Ashley in the lead of your party now and talk to Noel, hey there. Oh, you're experimenting on a live dragon? Oh, wow. Huh. So, for talking to him, we get this full clip ability. It's pretty damn nice. Oh, well, thanks. I'm sure he can manage it too. Oh, yeah, basically what you do with Full Clip is it is a 3rd level force ability, and it empties every single round in your arm into the enemy. So, yeah, it's pretty nice, especially because Ashley doesn't really use his arms all that much, so you might as well just unload it into an enemy. However, if you're already at 75 FP, I'd kind of rather get myself up to, 100 FP to go ahead and use Access, but, that's just me. Do you have anything else to say? Oh. Okay. Well, thanks. So, after this, the next place that I want to get to now that we have Marivel in our party, and we also have access to her Electrel skill. Oh, I'm going the wrong... this place is a maze. Anyway, I want to get on out of here, and I'll probably just meet you outside since I'm lost and I'm an idiot. I want to go over to the Odd headquarters, so yeah, I'm just going to get out of here and meet you there. Okay, here I am. You're going to want Marivel in the lead of your party. Let's see, it's been a while since we've been back here, but it is rather odd, I must say. But anyway, first things first, let's head on downstairs. And if you recall, there were these treasures that we saw earlier, but we couldn't really get them because we didn't have enough duplicators. But now we have plenty. So let's go ahead and open up that for a scapegoat and some odd sandals. What do those things do? Let's check those out real quick. Let's see. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, no. Actually, that would have been really handy for, looking for those, what is it? The red powers that I was doing earlier. Man, too bad I didn't have those. Well, let's check this thing out. Oh, it has dead batteries. Huh, maybe we can charge it. Whoa. Oh. Hey. The black market. Huh, you have anything else to say? Oh, no, you just say the same thing. Well, let's go on down here and check it out. Hey there. Oh, really? Like what? Sure, I'll go ahead and check it out. Let's see. Oh, we can buy some heal berries, some big berries, revived fruits. Oh, that might come in really handy. War respites, I have plenty of. Mini carrots, always handy. Boost your force gauge. I might buy some mini carrots. I mean, I have plenty of gold. War respites should be fine. I guess a couple of revived fruits, maybe just... Yeah, that should be enough. Just in case, you know, I should be fine though. I mean, so much money, it really doesn't matter what I buy. Whoa, look at this thing. Huh. But we can't do anything about this cage yet. So, let's worry about that later. Can we go on up here? Oh! Oh, looks like not, so yeah. We will come back to the Odd Headquarters later whenever we can, deal with this thing. But for right now, that's all I wanted to get done today. I know that today's a rather short episode, but bear with me. I just spent 4 hours trying to find those red powers, so yeah. Might be short for you, it was long for me. But next time on Let's Play Wild Arms 2, we're going to go around and get some more Guardians. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day. Wow, this loading time is insane! Yeah, there we go.